Hello everybody and welcome to Rent a Girlfriend episode 3. If you're just, you've seen another one of my videos, looks a little different, doesn't it? That's what I've been working on. But anyway, on to this episode of Rent a Girlfriend. I hate her. I hate, what was that girl? You know the one. I hate her a lot. She is just about the worst kind of person in the world. And there are a lot of kind of people in the world, but she might be the worst, which really does sum up this show. Like, I don't think anyone in this show is a good person. I think everyone is varying degrees of bad. Like, bad luck, or just a horrendous person like that bitch. She'd better have a good reason for being a right turd, and not just, it's funny to be a turd. Because no, I disagree strongly with that statement. But anyway, let's crack on with the episode, see exactly how it all went down and everything. Let's do this. We start out with revelations. Mami, who is that turd by the way, she doesn't actually have a boyfriend. She made it up just to make things a wee bit less awkward, I suppose. But yeah, then Kazuya does Kazuya things and is really thirsty, and it's kind of embarrassing to watch, and you just think, well, they gotta be like, dude, she's terrible. What are you doing? She's being way nicer to him now than she was previously, when they were a thing, because they're not a thing anymore. Not sure if you've been following the plot too well. He then invites her to his house, because she was going to invite him to hers, but then her brother texted him and was like, I got my friends, we're playing Call of Duty, so you can't have any boys around. So instead, he invites her to hers, and then she's like, oh, no, we're not, no shagging. And he's like, oh, I got the wrong idea. Drat, that's less than good. Then she pets him like a dog, which, yeah, that shows just how much she thinks of him. He's literally like a dog. I don't want to be treated like a dog, so I doubt he does either. And then she starts bad-mouthing Chizuru, which is not cool because she's great. I think she's easily the best. Of the two, she's the best so far. I know that's not exactly a crazy statement at this point, but you know how it is. Kazuya, though, finally grows a pair and decides that, hey, she might not be his real woman, but damn it, rental girlfriends are people too, and you don't badmouth his like that. And he stands up for old Chizuru, which is good, and then runs away because he's Kazuya. He does a lot of running. Just in this episode alone, runs away a lot. But, yeah, then when he leaves, she gets this really pissed off look on her face. Like, she's about to go and strangle him, is basically what it looks like, which is not ideal for him, I would say. Not great for his chances of survival. As I said, he runs away. He's like, oh man, she probably hates me now, but I really want to see Chizuru, which is nice, Forget that old hussy. She's terrible. She's the worst. Go after Chizuru. She's nice. Even when she's not nice, she's at least honest. So that is a thumbs up from me. Yeah, so he goes to her house. She's not answering because she's not home yet. She shows up a little later and he's like, why are you outside my house, you creep? She doesn't actually, but hey. Tells her she's not mad because she's a rental girlfriend. What, like, it's just part of the job. She don't take nothing personally. Makes a lot of sense. IMO. Of course, this whole situation doesn't really make sense to me. He tells her basically his life story. Tells her everything that happened. It went bad. She probably hates me now. I care too much. And she's like, it's not pathetic to care, And it's like, bonding. Nice stuff there. And then she says, hey, you can rent me, I'll help you out when you're feeling down. And it's like, nice, until you realise that she's going to make a lot of money from this. Like, a part of me is like, she's a nice person, but then a part of me is like, she is making hella bank from this man. And she's just encouraging him. She's a genius. She's an evil genius. And then he goes to hug her at the end. No hugs. She kicks him in the head with her heels. I think she was wearing heels. Getting kicked in the head with heels cannot feel good. That never happened to me, but that I'm pretty sure of. Don't need to be kicked to know that. Up next, it's everybody's favourite type of episode. It's the beach episode. Yeah, I think the look on my face perfectly describes a beach episode. But no, we didn't get too much beach episoding this week, if that makes any sense whatsoever. So, basically, they go on a beach episode. It's the same group as last time from the restaurant, minus Chizuru, because she was invited, she was busy. And by busy, I mean Kazuya lost a lot of money last time, and he needs to save a little bit of money at least before he gets her again. So, I guess he's got some brains, not a lot of them, but some is better than none in my book. The girls go to get changed into swimsuits, and you have Kazuya thinking of Mami in a swimsuit because he's got no taste. And basically, he has a little think. He reckons that Gran, she's going to be perfectly fine with Mami. He has like a little vision, but basically where Gran met Chizuru, but it's got Mami's face over it, which is a bit harsh to poor Chizuru, but I digress. What can you do? He has to get, and then he just decides, gotta get with Mami on this trip. That is something I have to do. And Mami, though, weirdly, angry tweeting. Like, it looks like a different account from the one he was following back in whenever it was, so that's a thing that happened. But yeah, angry tweeting. She's like and by angry tweet, she's very angry. Like, she's extraordinarily angry. Kind of weird, kind of a bit off-putting, kind of very scary is how I would describe it. But then, who else is at the beach? Who do you think it is, guys? Who do you think? Take a bet in this type of anime. It's Chizuru. Chizuru is also at the beach. Who would have thunk it? She's there with her good friends. They might be her good friends. They might just be her alright friends. What do I know? Not a lot is the answer. Don't know a lot about Chizuru's friends. Don't even know their names, really. Kazuya is making cultured Google searches like how to get back with your ex, and the first response should just be, just don't, Kazuya. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Are you insane? Don't be insane, please. Don't do it. That's what it should say. Suddenly, Mami appears in swimsuit, and it's fine, I guess? Like, I'm not a swimsuit connoisseur. I wouldn't even pretend to be. Although a show where you rank anime swimsuits, has anyone done that? Is that a USP? Can I do that? I'm not going to do that because that sounds insanity. And there could be worse shows, I guess, than anime swimsuit show. I'm considering it. I'll be honest. I'm actually considering it. So there's that. She apologizes to him, acting like she's, actually a nice person who regrets what happened before. But of course she's not. She's a manipulative bitch who just wants to... I probably should have mentioned that. She just wants to break them up. For some reason. I guess she hates couples. That's sort of the vibe I'm getting from this episode. Is she hates couples. And because of that, she's going to make Kazuya's life a living hell, even though she went out with him. Kind of weird. Don't really understand what her deal is. Think she's maybe a little bit of a psychopath, quite frankly. That's how little I like her. She's not a nice person. And then they talk about, they've been going out for a month, right? And they were like, yeah, we planned out having kids and we named our kid. And I was like, what's wrong with you people? Do you do that after a month? That's a red flag for me. I mean, I guess she did break up with him, so I guess she technically made the right choice, IMO. But now she's just being a bitch. Like, break up and move on. God damn it, Mami. Why are you being so mean to this man? Does he deserve it? No, he doesn't deserve it. He's just a young fool. That's what we'll call him. A fool. And yeah, then the ultimate guilt trip gut punch. She's like, yeah, now our child will never be born because you're with that other girl. And it's like, what do you even say to that? Like, that's beyond a low blow. That's just not good. Don't do that. It's a real turd move, IMO. Yeah. It's not good. Chizuru, he's thinking a lot. He's thinking about Chizuru and Mami. He's like, well, Chizuru's not my real girlfriend. I should probably spill the beans. And he's about to spill the beans, but then who approaches? It's Chizuru and her friends, and they spot each other, and it's like, crap, someone's going to realize what's up. Somehow, nobody realizes what's up. And I genuinely don't know how at this point. Like, I know, yes, disbelief and all that. Glasses do not make you look that drastically different. Like, they make you look different. I'm not going to take mine off to demonstrate. That's 1 million subscribers. No, I don't know. But no, I know it's just an anime thing, but it is a little bit of a pet peeve of mine. It's like, glasses aren't hiding. Glasses do not hide you. This is a lie that's being spread by the mass media. And the mass media is just anime. But it's the mass media to me, Dan. It's my mass media. So there's that. Thankfully, as I said, nobody noticed it's her. And it's act like that, like it's the first time they've met properly and everything. Play it off really well. They're good about it. But unfortunately, Mami asks him again. It's like, hey, you're about to tell me something really important. You better tell me it right now. I kind of did like that they brought it back up because, you know, it's the trope where it's like, oh, I'm about to tell you something really important and then I'm going to get cut off and we're going to forget about it. So I'm sort of glad she's like, no, you tell me. But then she gets cock-blocked again, I guess, by the friend who is like, rock, paper, scissors to go buy food. Guess who has to go buy the food? It's Kazuya, obviously. He's not very good at rock, paper, scissors. The guy's got nothing going his way at this point. He goes to the store to buy the groceries and also the bathroom where he thinks, because that is where he does his best thinking. Sort of get that. I get my best thinking done when I'm having a wash in the shower. So let me know where you get your best thinking done, I guess. It's always an interesting question to ponder, I suppose. He thinks they will pity him about the rental thing and make fun of him. So he's like, definitely can't say that. Chizuru shows up in the bathroom. Should probably mention it's a mixed gender bathroom, so it's fine. And he grabs her in, and thankfully there was no CCTV footage or the store clerk or anything to see, because I think he'd be having a very different conversation with the Popo, the police, if there was, because of how dodgy it would have looked. You know it looked dodgy. Don't tell me it didn't. He asks why she said that stuff the other night to make him feel better. Basically just to make him feel better as a rental girlfriend. And so then he brags? Bragging's a good word. It's like, I'm getting real cozy with Mami now. Just wanted to get your approval because you're my rental girlfriend and all that. Wanted to make sure you're cool with it. And she's like, dude, I don't care. Do whatever you want. You're paying me. I don't care. Do whatever. And yeah, obviously. Suddenly, who approaches? It's Mami. She approaches. She heard him talking to someone. And he tries to play it off like, oh, I was on the phone, you know? And she's like, your phone was on the table back there. And at that point, what do you do? At that point, they know you've lied once. So what do you say? Thankfully, things went all right for them. And because misconception actually sort of worked out in this one's favour. Basically, yeah, she's about to enter the room where Chizuru still is. Because I think Chizuru made a noise banging around. Getting changed is what she was doing. And then Chizuru approaches, comes out, and she's transformed. She's like Chizuru light form, I guess, where, you know, this is rental girlfriend form Chizuru as opposed to glasses form Chizuru. I couldn't think of a better name. I should have thought of a better name. She appears and Alex all bashful, as if they've been shagging, basically. They have not, obviously. His friends also ask about that because, of course they do. Kazuya also adds to the lie, because he's lying in this episode, just keeps going. He lies and says she's from this area, that's why, you know, she was meeting some family here, so she didn't know if she'd be able to meet up with them. But she did, hooray, good stuff, everything worked out for them. But Chizuru's just glaring at him like, stop adding to it, because she knows if you add to the lie, eventually, you know, the more you lie, the more likely it is you're going to get caught out at some point. And that's basically, I mean, that's sort of how it goes, really. We're not quite there yet, but that is, I mean, no, it doesn't go like that. I mean, sort of. I'll get to it later. But yeah, then also we have Mami jealous of boobs. She like zips up a thing where she's like, do I have bigger boobs than this girl? No. Alright. Hide. Off display. I'm going to lose this war. Don't fight battles you can't win. That's what Mami was, I guess, sort of going for. That's what I'm choosing to believe she's going for. And then they have apologies and everything as if they're best friends. They're not best friends. Mami's a bitch. I'm not a fan of her. Not a fan at all. I don't trust her as far as I can throw her, and she's quite small, although I am quite weak, so who knows how that would work out. More angry Mami tweeting, some guy tries to hit on her, and then she glares at him, and he's like, okay, whatever, man, I know where not to stick my pee-pee. Crazy. That's where you don't stick your pee-pee, that guy knows. Every guy should know that. It's a tried and tested lesson. I don't know what I'm saying at this point. Chizuru, right? Chizuru tells him, hey, I'm leaving now. You need to tell them, you know, you need to figure it out, basically. Tell them whatever. I don't care. Mami they are talking about this. Mami shows up and may have overheard them saying that they'd broken up. Of course, she's like, just tell them we've broken up. Of course, that was in reference to the let's end the rental girlfriend thing, as opposed to the, you know, we're actually broken up. But Mami doesn't know that, so ugh. Is her goal ended? Who knows? I don't think she did over here because otherwise our actions later on wouldn't have made too much sense. But she's I'm not a fan if you couldn't tell. Kazuya keeps adding to the lie when they're talking about how she doesn't know popular tourist spots because she's a rich girl basically and sheltered and all that, and she's just glaring at him like stop, and she like twists his leg as well. He's doing it to himself a little bit. Later on, he runs away, as you do. When things get awkward, you run away. He's just chilling in the ocean. A load of guys are admiring Chizuru. I think one guy says she's got black hair, and I'm like, that hair is definitely brown. It is definitely not black hair. That's not exactly a crazy statement to make, I don't feel. But whatever, you know. Mami needs help, right? She comes out from behind a rock. She's lost her bracelet or something, I think it was. At least it wasn't her top. You know, could have gone super cliche with it. She's lost her bracelet. She trips on everything, and then boom, surprise Kissu. Bam, Kazuya, get got. And then it's pretty awful cut because it goes from that, and then it goes to them talking about to Chizuru, and she's like, I trust Kazuya. I mean, yes, it's not a real relationship, but still, I trust Kazuya, and he's out there kissuing with the literal devil herself. And that was where we ended the episode, which I've realised now with this new format I'm doing, this review is way longer than it would have been otherwise, which, hey, I guess is fine. It's not too bad. I quite like talking. I have many opinions, if you couldn't tell. So yeah, Mami is the worst, and I presume they're going to get caught kissuing, and then that's going to give Chizuru and Kazuya a perfect time to break up. And then Mami's going to be like, no, I was just trying to break you up. I don't care about you at all. And then he's going to be even more distraught. And then he's going to use the rental service again. He's like, please, man, I need help. And then they're going to get seen again. It's going to be like, oh yeah, we got back together. And we've gotten this whole thing and we'll go in a circle. That's what I reckon is going to happen. It's like a circle of life or something. Like so I'm not going to sing it. Not going to sing it because, you know. But no, this episode, I feel like I might be the only person enjoying this show. Yes, it's super trashy, but that's just the kind of crap I'm into. It's junk food, isn't it? It's fine. It's just, I'm good. It's a good thing to watch every week. I'm not gonna think too hard on it, despite the fact that I have many strong opinions on that bitch Mami. But watch it turn around next week and be like the most wholesome backstory ever. I doubt that's going to happen, but hey, I'll hold out hope, I guess. But anyway, I guess I'll wrap this up here. Sorry if anything seemed off this video. It's my first time trying it in this format. I will gradually get better at it, hopefully. So that's good. Well, good anyway, should be. I will see you next week for another episode of this, guys. Take care, see you next week, and bye, guys.